What if the quality of your life is the only thing that actually matters? Right? What I'm saying to you is, you think it's the car, the job, the girlfriend, I don't know. You put whatever you want there, right? But at the end of the day, it's how those things make you feel. Because the one thing you're after is a deep fulfillment, a deep joy, a certain quality of life, right? That's what you're after. And how you find that is where it gets lost, because you've been sold it's the car, it's the house, it's the body, it's this. But those things were only vehicles to get you there, and very poor vehicles of getting you there. If you look at it in yourself, you know, when you've genuinely achieved something which you genuinely had interest in and you genuinely felt something about, that has some fulfillment in it. It has fulfillment in the learning, the growing, the getting there, then the achieving it. But when it's just something which literally you were told you should go after, then it's empty. The whole process is empty because it's not something which means anything to you. You have no heart in it, right? And the issue you've got constantly, and this is your issue, right, is the world is constantly telling you what success looks like, how your life should be, for everything to be good. It doesn't even say for you to find fulfillment and to have that quality of life. It doesn't even say that. It just says to you, success looks like this. This is how you should be. This is what you should do. And it takes incredible clarity, strength of mind, courage to have the authenticity to do you, to live life on your terms, to say no, and to have the courage to walk your path. But the issue we have is if you don't walk that path, if you don't find what's of meaning to you, what brings about the fulfillment, what brings about the joy, then you will literally be told by others what it is. So it's your responsibility, it falls to you and nobody else that you've got to find what's true to you. And then you dedicate yourself to it. Then you turn your mind, the self-seeking mind, the mind which never shuts up, towards it. Because if you don't turn it towards that, it just goes to absolute nonsense. You'll be just on your phone scrolling again. And that's where you'll find yourself most of the time, just scrolling, just escaping the emptiness of your own life. Because you haven't found what's of meaning to you and dedicated yourself to it. You've got distracted. Your attention got drawn away. And it's comfortable there. And it's safe there. But it's mindless and it's empty. And basically, one way or another, you end up suffering it. And it's your choice, nobody else's. And this isn't about you becoming somebody. This isn't what we've been hearing about just recently on the internet about optimization with Stephen Bartlett about having a few glasses of wine and all that nonsense. No, it's not about that optimization in that sense. It's about you finding what speaks to you, what fulfills you, what basically you discover in yourself you love for its own sake. And there's a sliding scale of what that is, but you innately know what speaks to you and what doesn't. And then after that, there are then those other things which also you need to have in place to be true to yourself, to live a fulfilled life, which is look after your own physicality, look after your own body, have a relationship which is based on a real relationship, on really sharing together and growing and doing what you can together as a couple, right? Those are fundamental things. If it's also then a family, if you have a family, being then a father and being the right father towards your children, or the right mother towards your children, because you're doing what's right. So those are fundamental things which have to be there too. But then there is that one thing inside yourself which is asking to be expressed. And that can take the route or the road of many different aspects. Somebody loves to build and create things and loves building work. Well, you may be building homes, you may be building hotels, you may be building roads. It doesn't matter what form it takes, but the main structure of it is you feel to build. That brings you most fulfillment. And it's finding that and dedicating yourself to that. But having the courage to be honest with yourself. So you have to start off with to be aware enough of what you are truly drawn to. And then to be honest with yourself. That's what you're drawn to. Free of the good opinion of others. Free of the bells and whistles of the outcome of it. You're drawn to it for its own sake. Not because you're going to become somebody. What you see on the social media is rubbish. It's absolute nonsense. These people who drive around in flash cars and so on, it's all absolute nonsense. All that is symbols of status for validation from others. There's no heart in that. That's just somebody who is lost, trying to get validation from others through what they have. That's a lost person. What I'm talking about is dedication to your heart's desires. That which you discovered in yourself, which you love for its own sake. That's the right use of your mind. That's the right use of your time. Develop that, build that. Have the courage, the authenticity of action. You see what's being said? Because if you're not doing that, right, this is the truth of it. If you're not doing that, then you are in one form or another of escapism. You are just trying to cope with your own emptiness. That's what it will be. So you'll either be drinking, drugs, whatever, scrolling, whatever the addiction is, you'll be doing one form or another. And I'm not judging you. I don't care. Do what you like. I'm not judging you. This is for you to be able to see it in yourself. Because it's only you who will make the difference. And that's how you use your mind. That's how you develop and grow. And then you'll come across your own issues. And then you will have to then grow past those issues to be able to do more of being yourself and being true to yourself and being more full. A more full capacity of you. Not optimization for optimization's sake. Not, oh, I've got to get more, be more. It's a dead-end road. The optimization is only of any meaning if it's employed to what is true to yourself. Otherwise, it's just self-seeking, thinking you're going to become somebody in the outcome. That's a life of holding your breath to try and get there, to find the validation of others because you become. And that validation lives in your own head as well. All of that is a dead-end road. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about now, from here, that which you enjoy, that which you love for its own sake, that which you innately, naturally have enthusiasm for. You enthusiastically want to do this thing. Enthusiasm has its own energy and drive, and then there's grind culture, making yourself do it, pushing yourself to do something because you have to become somebody. You have to do this thing to achieve it, to feel like you're worthy. All about self-worth, trying to gain self-worth through outcomes. And this one is the sheer joy, the sheer enthusiasm for the thing itself, for the doing, for the experience, the fulfillment of its own sake. Very real, very, very different places. And it's your choice where you choose to live. Nobody can make this choice for you. But I guarantee you, this one is empty. Even for the winners, it's empty. Look around, you can see it on social media. The ones who are winning, sooner or later, they're telling you there's nothing here. And this road starts off full and ends up full. You're not holding your breath. You're doing what you love straight away, straight off the bat. This stuff is absolutely vital that you see it for yourself. Nobody's going to do this for you because nobody knows what your heart's desires are. Nobody knows what this means to you, and nobody knows what your destiny is and what doors will open up for you. Nobody. So you just have to go on what's true to you and build from there. And that's your job. And that requires hearing yourself and then having the courage to take action and step forwards. Okay, hope that helps.